Watch along as we show you how our E-Zee BodyBuilder Firm 3D foam can create a bold appearance with one layer and an even bolder look with two layers. These are the tools we'll be working with today. Both the Thankful and Harvest designs are available at emblibrary.com. So here is our E-Zee BodyBuilder Hard. It's a very firm 3mm foam, so it gives a really nice sharp edge when you're embroidering over that with the satin stitches. Comes in the white and also the black. These are the colors that you're going to need. The white is great for your light colors. The dark is great for your darker colors. We have some dark kind of orangey fall colors that we're going to use, so we're going to stick with the black. Here's a tutorial on how to use it a little more in detail that's available at the product level. And just wanted to cover the digitizing. So these are the basics that you're going to need when it comes to digitizing for 3D foam. When it comes to the satin stitches, you want to double the density of that. You can go a little lower or a little higher as shown in the copy above. Caps are what you want to add underneath the edges of letters. So if that's a satin stitch, on the top there you see the green back and forth points. Notice they're very even along the edge. That's where it perforates the foam, and it is random on the other side so it doesn't perforate on underneath the satin stitches. So you want that so that you can pull the foam away easily. A plank is where you notice the green. It just has some like haphazard random points where it's kind of tying the foam together. So when you put the edge of, say, a C next to the column, it's not going to be separated by a line. So here we have a harvest design from Embroidery Library and our black bodybuilder foam. And that design is from emblibrary.com. Harvest has some nice like running stitches on the outer parts of where the 3D foam is going to be put over last for the word harvest. So I can set that bodybuilder aside. We change up the colors for this one, some different fall colors to give us a little more difference between the two. So go ahead and just hoop like you normally would. We are going to turn this into a pillow cover, so we are embroidering on a square piece. Got our nice big hoop. Make sure when you do hoop it, that material is not moving. And she's ready to go to the machine. So at the machine, I've got her all centered. I've got her ready to embroider. You're going to notice all the running stitches, double running stitches, bean stitches, whichever they are. They're very decorative looking. That's what's going to embroider first. And I'm going to spray the foam later on when I'm ready to attach it with our Madeira's MSA 1000 temporary spray adhesive. You want to make sure it's temporary, not a permanent. You don't want to gum up your machine. And let's let this stitches run. Got some really nice decorative stitches here, and it kind of makes shapes. Just starts out with the going around where the 3D foam is going to go. Here she is finishing up. And we are ready to put our foam on. I went ahead and sprayed it away from the machine. Didn't stop the machine quick enough here, so I'm just going to fix that. And here you can see I sprayed lightly. This is a nice tacky foam, so it's really great for holding it in place. So I cut that big enough. I already measured it. Gonna put it at an angle so it covers all of where the word harvest is gonna stitch out. So we'll go ahead and get that started. Gonna stop it in a little bit, and you're gonna see one of those caps at the edge of the letter H. That thread sticking out is bothering me, so I'm going to go ahead and trim it. Just a second here. There we go. little separation with the H. It's going to go down below, and there you have at the edge of the bottom, that's what's called a cap. So that's going to perforate that 3D foam there, and we're going to go ahead and cover that with the satin stitches. And you'll see in a little bit, we're going to pop it right off. The design has finished, so let's go ahead and remove it from the machine. It's a beautiful orange.
As embroiderers, we all know one thing: placement matters. That's why we put together this quick video and 3 free placement guides, so you can hit the mark every time. Whether it's a left chest, full front or back, shoulder, arm, or cuff, we've got you covered.
So here we have our 3D PuffPro tool. Awesome tool. It has a blunt tip on one side, and the other side has a blunt kind of blade. And this tool can be used for so many different things, but I'm going to take that blade side and I'm going to run around the edges. And this is for when you're having a little bit of hard time pulling it off, maybe it didn't perforate quite as well. You can just run that blade across there and it's going to loosen it up. But generally, if it's digitized well, she's going to pop right off, and there you go. Always got some weeding to do, get out those little spots, so I'm using the blade for the bigger parts. Kind of grabs them and helps you pull it out. Some designs have a little more to do than others, and I can easily get all the bigger parts. With the blade side, I switched over to the point here so that I can get that little tiny thing out. A pair of tweezers would also be helpful here, but if you have some nails, you can grab it easily. So there she is. And as we get a little closer, you're going to see there's a little bit of black showing, but because we've used that darker color, if you had used an orange, it would be less visible. But we're going to use heat, and the heat, when used properly, is going to make all those little areas, or at least most of them, are going to shrink away. So I've got a heat gun here. Be careful not to put it too close, and don't hold it in one spot very long. And if we look closely, we can actually see some of that just soaking right up. At the top of that T underneath. See a few spots there. We're going to poke those in with our pointed side. Helps them kind of encourages them to shrink in. Got a little more work that I could do on this heating up. We'll get it covered really well. But notice that Thankful has 2 layers of BodyBuilder. See how high it is? And as we go over to the Harvest, we only use the 1 layer. So it's very evident when you do that. Keep in mind, embroidery, is meant to admire from afar. So just because you can see a little bit of black there doesn't mean it's a bad thing. So there you go. There is our Thankful pillow that we just showed you from beginning to end. Thank you for joining us today, and come back and see us again.